we here at Game Gear were able to acquire an actual boxed retail version of the Xbox HD DVD drive. The Xbox HD DVD drive had a soft launch, meaning that there was no set date for release. As you can see, the contents are tightly packed inside. No camera tricks, no mock-ups, no trickery, because the drive was available from retailers as early as November 8th. Here's the drive in all its glory, snuck out the door slightly before the release of the PlayStation 3. Included with the initial run is an HD DVD version of King Kong. And notice how much smaller the HD DVD packaging is compared to a standard DVD case. The case is smaller in every dimension, including thickness. Notice the slight blue tint of the disc, since HD DVDs use blue lasers to increase the density of the disc. Also included is an instruction booklet and setup disc in case you don't have internet for a firmware update. Packed below the main drive is a box containing the Universal Media Remote and all the cables and adapters needed to make the drive operational with the Xbox 360. Also included were a ton of warnings from the Department of Health and Safety stating the obvious. Duh! To begin the installation of the HD DVD drive, first, gain access to the back of your Xbox 360 console, and if you have the optional Wi-Fi adapter, remove it. Notice, there's a place on the back of the HD DVD drive to mount the Wi-Fi adapter. Attach the adapter to the mounting point and connect it to the drive using one of the two available USB ports. The other port can be used with a live vision camera. Next, use the supplied USB to mini USB cable to connect the Xbox 360 to the mini USB ports on the back of the HD DVD drive. Although the back has changed the mock-up to accommodate realistic cooling, at least features weren't lost, but that necessitated the need for a power brick. Plugs right in, don't worry, it's not as big as the 360s. And the drive itself can be placed pretty much anywhere around the console. It basically looks like a 360 turned outside. Operating the drive could not be any easier. Just insert an HD DVD into the drive, close the drive, go to the HD DVD indicator on the dashboard, and push A. At the time of its release, the Xbox HD DVD has one of the most refined interfaces of all HD DVD players currently available on the market. Considering the combined price of the Xbox 360 and the HD DVD drive is either equal or not that much more expensive than standalone HD DVD players. And also consider that the Xbox HD DVD drive doesn't take a minute to boot up and read the disc. Not unlike a standard DVD, when a HD DVD is first booted up, it brings you to the menu. Let me give you a quick tour. First, you notice the menu comes up on the side. What's new to HD DVD is the menu is accessible during the movie without having to interrupt the playback. Setup, of course, allows you to pick which audio channel you want for language, director's commentary, and whatnot, and also if you want the subtitles turned on or off. Notice the interface is clean and has a unified type look to it, not unlike the Xbox 360's blades and unified interface for live on each of the games. Scenes are similar to the scenes on standard DVDs, which allow you to jump to your favorite scene. You know, it's got a little fancier animation in comparison with standard DVDs. Again, nothing really groundbreaking, just improvements on what has been there before. U-Control is what they call special features in HD DVDs. I guess this would give a prompt, and if there are alternate scenes in the movie, that the user can pick which path of the storyline they want to choose. And I assume this allows you to bookmark your favorite scenes like you bookmark your favorite website. If I'm wrong, send a letter to myspace.com/FinalGearTV. Anyway, let's jump into the movie, shall we? Once again, notice that there's very little lag in comparison with other first-generation HD DVD players. But that's not to say that there aren't some quirks with the HD DVD player for the Xbox 360. There are some glaring omissions in the interface. Now, the included Xbox Universal Media Remote is the same Universal Media Remote that shipped at launch, so the controls are similar to the standard Xbox DVD player. Now, to bring up one of the interface improvements, pushing menu doesn't bring you to a menu screen, but rather brings the menu interface up over the movie itself. As it should, glancing through the menu does not cause any hiccups in the playback. Once again, it's easy to jump a scene. Just pick the desired scene and push the OK button. There you go. No load screen, no lag. It's just as easy to advance to the next chapter as it was with standard definition DVDs, and is not intrusive at all. All one has to do is push the chapter advance button. Poof, a little over a second of acceptable lag, which is considerably better than other HD DVD players on the market, which bring up a load screen. Yes, you heard me, a load screen. Pushing display, of course, brings up the visual control interface on the screen. Here, you'll notice some features glaringly missing in comparison with standard definition DVDs. Notice there are no zoom capabilities of any kind. Clicking on the info pane brings up information on which chapter you are currently watching and time elapsed through the movie. The button to the right brings up the help screen. This basically tells you which commands are mapped to the Xbox 360 controller, in case you want to use that versus the remote. Of course, why would you? Pushing pause brings up a visual indicator on the progress made through the movie. But this brings up another surprise. The current firmware does not support any slow motion capabilities of any kind. Notice by pushing fast forward or rewind in the pause screen, the player cuts to various degrees of fast forward or rewind, versus slow motion in the standard def DVD player. And notice that fast forward or rewind is anything but smooth, considering that the Xbox does not have any problem fast forwarding or rewinding HD videos off the marketplace. Now it could be argued that the Xbox 360 has to do more work decoding the HD DVD codec versus standard definition codecs, but it has no problem decoding HD codecs off the Xbox Live Marketplace games, and the fact that Microsoft developed the VC1 codec for the HD DVD itself. Now, obvious questions may arise, such as, does the Xbox HD DVD drive read standard DVDs or Xbox software? Well, this is what happens when you put an Xbox 360 game disc in the HD DVD drive. A nice quick warning. And this is what happens when you put an Xbox Classic disc in the HD DVD drive. Another warning. The same warning that you would get by placing the disc into a standard DVD player. Basically what this means is it reads all DVDs as movie DVDs. Speaking of standard DVDs, the Xbox 360 is a superb upscaling DVD player, in that it can upres standard DVDs to 1920 by 1080 lines of resolution. And look at what we got here, a zoom option, zooming all the way up to level 10. That's almost ludicrous. It's unfortunate that they did not include this functionality with the HD DVD firmware, in that the function will be more useful in that the discs natively have higher detail because of their higher resolution. And since the Xbox 360 does a superb job of up-resing standard definition DVDs, it makes the HD DVD drive virtually redundant, except on maybe some of the larger DLP rear projection televisions. And just look how smooth the fast forward function is. Look at that. And here we have slow motion, activated by pressing pause and either fast forward or rewind. Perfect for an action film. The PlayStation 3 does not upsample DVDs, so ironically the best place to watch this movie on a standard definition DVD is on a Microsoft console versus a Sony. Of course, Sony would say, get the movie on Blu-ray. Next obvious question, does the Xbox 360 HD DVD drive read CDs? Absolutely not at all. How does the Xbox 360 HD DVD drive compare with the PlayStation 3 Blu-ray player? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned for future installments of Game Gear. But in the meantime, don't forget to watch Final Gear, America's first British motoring/car show. Yes, it's possible for Americans to produce an uncompromising automotive program. And while others have talked about producing an American-British motoring/car show, Leland and Derek have. The only thing Final Gear needs now is a network. Go to myspace.com/FinalGearTV for more information about Final Gear, America's first British motoring/car show. And also email all the networks that you watch and tell them if you're complaining about ratings, Final Gear is your answer. Thank you for watching Game Gear, and don't forget to watch Final Gear.